I mean, you know everything's hitting right when the putter pouch is the perfect size for the extra toasties, y'all. Bag full of discs and a beach. What more could you ask for? All right, judging on the site that's you're about to see right behind me or in front of me right now, depending on your perspective. I want to know how many of you guys know where I am. Note to self and to PSA to all, you always take the one-way, two-way country road to get to the deli. It's gonna be worth it. All right, you guys, we found a little spot. It's like an Amish country store with some sandwiches and a bunch of other Amish made goodies. So you know we're in for a treat. Heading up to Michigan. Gonna go hang out at my sister's house maybe for the day, and then start preparing for the CCR Open Q Series event. So yeah, hopefully we'll bring you guys some different food reviews. Who knows? I'm definitely craving some Lake Michigan beach time in my life. So this should be a fun and enjoyable Michigan summer week. Always very nostalgic for me since we always went to Michigan as kids growing up. My dad's side of the family has a house up there, like 100-year-old house, right off the beach. Not actually on the beach, but just up the hill from the beach. And my aunt now owns it and lives there. And I think she might actually be out of town, so who knows? Maybe we'll have the beach house, aka quote unquote the cottage, to ourselves. So we'll find out. Oh, look at that perfect camera work right there. We got the Harvest Moon Deli and Market. Not sure exactly where we are. I think somewhere in like the northern middle of Indiana. I want to say like Rochester is the nearest like big-ish city. But we got the Harvest Moon Deli and Market Amish run, so you know that shit gonna be fire. My allergies are absolutely destroying me right now. Hopefully the stuff I took kicks in soon. So we got sourdough. First, choose your bread. They have a ton of cheese and meat options, being a deli and market. So you have so many options. I went with the sourdough. Went with Munster cheese. And they double layer it with 2 slices on each layer. I mean, that's gonna be hard to beat. I went with the pastrami turkey. Never had that. Figured that'd be good. Lettuce, tomato, onion, jalapeno. And for sauces, I got the chipotle sauce as well as the dill mayo. I've never seen, they put the sauce on the inside of the cheese instead of on the bread, which helps the bread from getting soggy. So that's honestly genius. Extra point for that right there alone. All right, dig in. Talk about a serious sandwich. Filled to the brim. Got all the fixings. Wow. Yeah, I like how it is. Sometimes that first bite, you can't get a little bit of everything. That second bite, though, I got into a little bit of everything there. With the fresh jalapeno and the tomato, those are the 2 that I was missing on that first bite. Man, if only the ingredients were spread a little more evenly, this might be cresting the scale of the sandwiches. Pardon my dill mayo all over the place, but I'm really happy I looked at the road signs and took a chance on the Harvest Moon Deli and Market, because definitely stop if you're heading ever north or south through Indiana. Kind of in the middle of the state, so it shouldn't be too far to access if you're taking that route. And it's gonna be worth it. Out of 10, I'm gonna give this sandwich. Oh, my allergies are so bad, you guys. I can't even describe it. Obviously, you can probably tell, but struggling. I laugh like that because I'm trying not to freaking sneeze my brains out. I'm giving the sandwich high rating. We're gonna go 9.3 out of 10. I really don't know how it gets too much better unless, like I said, they just perfectly spread the ingredients so I got a little bit of everything in every single bite. But for a cold sandwich, wow, this is top tier. Top tier sandwich for sure. Also needed a little snack for the ride possibly, or just for later in the week, so I got some honey mustard and onion joints. Note to self and to PSA to all, you always take the one-way, two-way country road to get to the deli. It's gonna be worth it, I promise you guys. Plus, these pretzel nuggets, pretty fire for sure. Not the freshest, and like barely any honey flavor, mainly kind of mustard, but yeah, I mean, look where we are. This is how you get to the Harvest Moon. There was a cormorant in this place, in this little pond earlier. We got doggies out in the backyard. I mean, you know you're in the right spot. Amish country. All right, judging on the site that's you're about to see right behind me or in front of me right now, depending on your perspective. I want to know how many of you guys know where I am. Here at the world's largest weather vane. That's right, Montague, Michigan. This is a longtime favorite spot of mine. Decided not to go straight to my sister's house. She has some plans for later today. And so I'm gonna come visit my aunt who lives at that cottage here in Michigan I was telling you guys about, and spend a day hanging out at the beach maybe, and see if she needs any heavy lifting around the house, do some relaxing, do some editing, maybe clean out the van, who knows, maybe even show you guys a little tour of what's inside and show you how many things I got packed into that little space. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it, y'all. Wow. Or maybe your disc just ended up on a cottage built in the early 1900s, over 100 years old. Well, the Max Distance Retriever, it's got your back here too. That's right, with over 30 feet of telescopic power. It's as easy as that. All right, just pulled up to the cottage built, estimated sometime around 1900, maybe before even, so 100 plus years old. Got the bayou in the back. Just helped retrieve a disc off the top of the roof. My cousin was playing with his son, I guess, like a week or two ago. Lodged one on the roof, and guess what? Thanks to the disc retriever, we were good to go. The max distance, that is. Ooh, some swamp birds. Time to go to the beach. Let's get it. The legendary White River Barrier Dunes Sanctuary. As a kid, this was the beach to me. Look at that, on key we got the seagulls. That's right, it's a real beach. Michigan got real beaches. So, started off as a fur trading post in 1800. Stump Ferrysville, Whitehaven Mouth. The first steam mill, created in 1848. This is the old Channel Inn right here. I think, I don't know if anyone can stay here anymore, but you can definitely get some food there. Still got a restaurant. The bayou back here. Our house is just up to the left, up the hill. We look down into this bayou. It's really raised up quite a bit over the last few years. And let's go check out the beach, see what the sand's looking like. I got a feeling the water's gonna be cold because the air already is. Woo. That's right, you guys, down there. It's called Pigeon Hill. Massive sand dune. So much fun to run up and down. Great workout. Unmatched, honestly. Got the emerald water right now since we kind of have a shift and a storm, I guess, probably happened last night, or all the wind from earlier this afternoon just has churned up all the algae. Usually the water is a lot more clear than that. But creating for the nice ambiance of the waves. And there's the pier down there that separates Montague and Whitehall. The beach is looking big this year. I brought the disc golf basket and this thing, so might as well have some fun. Throw some shots. I think that big teepee down there might be a good Get a little visual. I mean, you know everything's hitting right when the putter pouch is the perfect size for the extra toasties, y'all. Bag full of discs and a beach. What more could you ask for? There's a freaking bald eagle, you guys. Where is it? Gotta get up here. Up this little ladder. Ow. Stabbed by dune grass on the way. No bald eagle to be found. Maybe landed in one of these trees. That's all right, we'll see another one. I understand it now. Almost. If you're watching this vlog, you're like, what the heck is he talking about? I understand it now. There's a former basketball player, now turned shooting coach and content creator who his Instagram is Lethal Shooter, and he makes a bunch of videos where he says he understands it now, and he always makes it. So that was the idea behind the video. Apparently the basket didn't want to cooperate. But anyways, we're out here getting exercise, and it's looking beautiful. Sunset's happening. What a beautiful day. So happy to be out here in one of my favorite childhood spots, if not my favorite. So always feels good, and good to get a little relaxation / content creation here in the Michigan vacation, right? That's what it stands for. No, I'm just rambling. Growing up as kids, my siblings and I always, at least me and my bros I know, were so hyped to go to Dog and Suds. They used to have like a pull-up style thing down the road there. Now they just got this little joint, and I had to rush over, spend too much time trying to get the Ace, world's largest weather vane, and instead the basket just wanted to ship me out, so almost missed my Dog and Suds. I'm gonna have to go swimming in the morning. That's right, it's gonna be chilly. Well, if anyone watched the vlog I had last year about Dog and Suds, you already know I'm gonna give it 10 out of 10 on everything. Got me the root beer float ski, got me a double cheeseburger and some fries. Let's check it out. 10 10. Oh my god. Well, you guys, leaning over to turn on the vlog, I just spilled my entire sack of fries. So I don't even think I necessarily saved these ones from the sandy floor. Oh, that's tragic. Let's see. If we get any sand, I might just abort mission on the fries. That's so sad. Especially because these fries are so freaking perfect. Crinkle cut, crispy to perfection. I'm not sure if that's the crispiness or the sand from the floor, but oh, they're crispy. Wow, I'm so sad. I'm like the kid who just dropped his ice cream. I want to cry right now. Why would I do that? And they're closed too, so now I can't even order another fry. I'm so mad at myself. Oh, wow. This one was resting on 2 other fries. Absolute heartbreak. Well, the 5 fries I did have, definite 10 out of 10. I mean, exactly what I'm looking for. They got that little bit of char on the bun. Left it on the toaster a little bit too long. They didn't know I like that, so shout out. I also don't typically get mustard on my burger, but everything about Dog and Suds is just better. 10 of 10. Root beer float, 10 of 10. That's right. See y'all later. All right, y'all. Top of the morning. Check this out. The deer around here are savages. They just stripped this little red maple clean. Look at that. Had leaves like these guys right here. But a good thing this is like one of my most vigorous trees, so it'll bounce back fine. That's crazy though. And luckily it was just that tree. Come on, yo. Just stopped at Wally World because I needed some kind of decongestion allergy medicine because my non-decongestion one I have is just not doing the trick. So, you know, once again, drop it in the comments. How do you get rid of your allergies if they're as bad as mine? Because it seems impossible without some over-the-counter bullcrap that I'd rather not put in my body, but I'd also rather be able to function. Also, when I bought you have to buy the pharmacy stuff separate from the groceries. I also got some coffee stuff and some stuff for breakfast, and I happen to have 23 cents of change from paying for my decongestion medicine. I needed 23 cents and $26 to pay for the other stuff. So you love it when stuff lines up, don't you? You just love it. It's gonna be a good day. How are y'all doing? Breakfast with the bonsai this morning. R.I.P. The deer got a hold of this one. Look at that though. Tell me that ain't looking delicious. For the coffee, we got some heavy cream, since that was in the fridge, with some espresso, honey, maple, sea salt. Now that's fire. Easy 10 or 10. Now for the toast. It's so cold here that the freaking butter won't melt. But the toast be hitting. 11 out of 10.
Yep. This one or this one? This one's pizza, this one's
Chloe, can you say pizza pretzel?
Can you smile?
You say pizza pretzel? Say pizza pretzel.
Pizza pretzel.
Oh my gosh. Alright you guys, as you can tell by this nice clean shaven face, it's been a couple days since Idlewild. Beard was looking a little wild, less than idle, but final round Idlewild didn't go so hot, not gonna lie to you guys. Had high hopes for finishing strong in those last 2 rounds after a decent start. But just didn't quite make it happen. Just kind of overcomplicated the game. Let my brain think a little bit too much on the course, and you really got to find the balance of like being analytical, but just being a monster, being an animal out there, being simple. Just little stuff. Like hole 1, I took a 5 with no out of bounds, which feels like a triple bogey almost. Like a double bogey for sure. Even though it's just a bogey on the scorecard, just kind of keying in on this person laughing in the crowd. Not in the crowd, there's a vendor laughing all loud while I'm throwing my upshot, so I short it. And I missed my circle 2 putt when I had like a 180 foot upshot. And then, you know, at least the circle 2 putt felt good, but then on the freaking tap out for the 4, I just was listening to the laughing again. It's like, bro, you don't putt with your ears. You putt with your eyes and your arm and your hands and your legs. Your ears have nothing to do with playing disc golf, so turn them things off. You know, it'd be nice if you just had a switch. You just turn the world off. But, you know, that's the hardest challenge of disc golf, I guess, is just being simple, trusting your game out there. I just had, like I said, too many thoughts out there, like thinking about like, oh, is my magnet on my chalk bag? Should I let it dangle while I putt, or should I tuck it in my hand so it's not dangling? It's like, dude, at that point, you're just thinking too much. You just gotta think about making the putt and do what you gotta do to make that happen. So overall, just kind of complicated things that final round. Moments of brilliance, moments of just a little bit of lack of focus, and kind of just a mix of everything. Idlewild is always a ton of fun. Big appreciation for the parks department out there and all the staff who not only always have the course looking good for us, but let us stay there at the course throughout the week, so we really kind of get a little bit more of like a sense of community. You get to spend some more time with your buddies. You know, I got to do things like play some Magic the Gathering or some Pokemon, or with some colleagues before we go practice, or play a cash round pretty much every day of practice. So me and Parker played for a latte, so pretty much a cash round. But you know, just finding ways to enjoy the experience out there. They make it really easy at Idlewild, and yeah, always appreciative to that. So yeah, I realized, you know, I needed to come wrap up this vlog with a clip talking about the final round and the overall tournament experience. I feel like for the floor is coming up right now of my game, and I know that the ceiling is always super high, so bringing that floor up is the main goal right now, and then we'll keep scratching that ceiling and pushing it up and up. So excited for another opportunity this week, CCR. See you there. Yeah, I don't even know what we got right here. A gopher? A marmot? Just chase this other one off. What are we looking at here? Is that a badger? No. Whatever it is, it's eating good. It is Thursday before the CCR. No, sorry, Wednesday. Oopsies. 2 more days to prepare. So today I'm going to play the River's Edge course. And yeah, get the game plan ready. I'm just going to do 1 practice round here, 2 at the Renegades course, since we're going to play that one twice, and then can always double up a little bit if there's any problem holes tomorrow, but there ain't going to be, because we're going to be dialed and ready to go. Plus, I've already played these courses, so I know what I'm getting into here at Birchfield Park. Really solid park. Definitely vouch for it. Go check out some of my past practice round videos if you want to check out these courses. No mosquitoes this year too, which is a dream come true. Wow. You know, every course has its hazards, but one thing you definitely don't want to go do is bump up into this tree. Definitely just some groundhogs. I'll give you some pistachios if you carry my bag for me. We got a pileated pecker doing work. Big old boy or girl. Obviously you can tell by the way its entire body's reaching into those holes. It's been here quite a few times. To this big old dead tree, the buffet. Alright, drop your best pileated woodpecker fact in the comments right now. That's right. If you live up in Michigan or anywhere where you see this plant right here, it's called spice bush. Actually, it's I think a relative of allspice, and you can eat them, or mainly you should probably use them as like a flavoring more so than actually eat them, because they don't have very much flesh, but they have a very like allspice kind of clovey flavor, and you know, they're not bad to kind of nibble on one if you need to get a certain taste out of your mouth. And you know, maybe we'll just go tap those out again. But yeah, allspice, spice bush, cousin of it. Not a bad thing to know about if you're up in the north. Turns out you have to look at the chains to actually make putzel. Word to the whites. On the real though, I feel like you can make like a certain like cinnamon roll maybe, flavored with spice bush. Could be kind of next level, almost like doing like a cardamom in a pastry or whatever. Let me know if I'm onto something. Send me your best spice bush recipes ASAP. Man, I'm sitting here wondering what made this hole right in front of my lie here on 18 screen. Ground hornets, y'all. We got a nest. Not who you want to mess with. Hey there. Nasty buggers. We'll give them some space and alert the tournament staff. Because no thank you. Spent the last couple days bouncing back and forth between my sister's house and the course in Lansing. It's like an 1.5 hour drive, but now that the tournament is coming tomorrow, I'm going to go stay down there for the rest of the week. It's been fun hanging with my sister and brother-in-law and their little daughter, Chloe, and my mom. My mom's up here visiting my sister, so it's been nice to get some family time. And now time to lock in for the CCR. So, bye-bye, Grand Rapids, Lansing. We're coming. Little bonsai update. This one
Got some fresh buds poking out. Except for I don't know what ate this leaf last night. That thing got chomped like corn on the cob, apparently. And this little maple that was dormant for over a year went back home to Idlewild and go off. Go off.
Okay, y'all, let me know in the comments. How do you feel about this hole? Here's the tee box. Boom, big old tree smack dab in your way. Oh, and guess what? If you go past it on the right, there's that tree waiting for you. Inside, don't even think about it because there's also an out of bounds line that runs along the left side. So we go up to the short box that we'll be playing for the tournament and whatever pre, right? And it kind of is in a way, but still pretty tree riddled. This one does have a couple lines that you can peer to get there, but that out of bounds comes in super quick on those inside back ends. So I kind of like this outside one here because I feel like I still got the 2 yesterday with it, or 2 days ago. And it takes away the chance of kicking OB and possibly bogeying, I think. So that's my play. A little Justice fan grip. What would you throw? By the way, the hole is only 235 feet. And then I guess you can also do what I just did, which is miss inside here. And I'm pretty sure I parked it. Let's go see. Didn't hear a tree trunk, which was absolutely a surprise to me. Oh, there it is. Pretty good for a miss. Just finished practice at Renegades Trail. And just got the jump putt birdie on the uphill slope of hole 1 here at River's Edge. Oh, that's got me feeling pretty good. I might even just rip through both courses back to back. No breather, straight into it. That's right. We're gonna be ready this weekend. Hitting the marathon, 36 holes straight. If you want to sponsor whatever food I get after this to replenish my body, then don't be afraid to hit that super chat. That's right. Appreciate y'all. That thing is literally a half a chicken size, you guys. All right, just finished up my little Thursday disc golf marathon in preparation for the CCR, and I have 2 practice rounds on each course, so it feels good definitely to have one more round on the River's Edge. Like I said, I started with that big C2 putt to start my round and figured might as well take that energy all the way throughout the round. Played 7 down out there, 4 down earlier at Renegade, so neither like as hot as I'd like to shoot, but I feel like I got some more information on the course, and my body's feeling solid. After throwing in the sand the other day, I feel like throwing on the tee pads is feeling easier and easier, the timing of it. So I'm gonna go get some food and go to the gym, maybe do a little workout, mainly just do some recovery stuff, and make sure that I'm fresh and ready to go for tomorrow. So lots of massaging the arm with the lacrosse ball after throwing 2 courses like that back to back. But that's kind of the nice thing about playing non-tour courses. A little bit less distance, so you're able to actually play more disc golf without risking injury. So taking advantage of that for sure this week. You want to recover proper, you got to put the proper stuff in your body. Naked Green Machine. It's got 2 3/4 apple, 1/3 mango, 1/12 of a pineapple, a half a banana, 1/3 of a kiwi, boosted with 1335 milligrams spirulina, 409 milligram alfalfa, 102 milligrams of broccoli, 102 of spinach, 76 milligram barley grass, 76 milligram wheatgrass, 51 milligram ginger, 51 milligram parsley, as well as kale and garlic. So pretty good combo right here on the Green Machine from Naked Juices. A healing combo, you can say, and rather tasty to boot. All that apple juice bringing in the whopping 53 grams of sugar. Holy crap. None added. all from fruits. And luckily I got some other nutrients to balance me out, but I didn't think I didn't buy any cookies or anything. So here's my my healthy sugars. It's the morning of the CCR Open, as you can tell by this bed head. I slept pretty good last night. Definitely been enjoying these colder temperatures, dropping down to like 50 degrees at 6 a.m. I think I saw. But yeah, nice and chilly. And I'm actually gonna turn on the heater in the van for the first time in a long while. But had some crazy dreams about a bunch of tornadoes around, trying to pack up the stuff to leave. I had to sort through the stuff, and Megan sitting there at a table full of our stuff trying to figure out what we're taking with, and then some people are trying to loot our table and steal it, so I got a choke slam, knock out some big old 6'8" dude, and you know, the places dreams take us, you never know. But anyways, let's put a hat on, tame this hair. I don't know, it might be the new style though. What do y'all think? Should I rock this hair for the rest of the day? Just fluff it out? Time to go find some coffee. Okay, got our coffee from what's it called? I already forgot. Hooked, I think. They got like a big old, it's like almost like a little library. They got books, they got coffee, wine, a little bit of bites, but I didn't really love the look of their bites, so I just got me a coffee. It's cold out, so for a rare change, I'm gonna have a hot coffee today, so it's only gonna get up to like 64, 63 today. Definitely gonna be some pants weather out there. Got the butter beer, which I believe has cinnamon, vanilla, and caramel. I might be wrong. I don't know. Go check the menu, you'll see. I'm always super afraid to try my first sip of the hot coffee because I don't want to get burned. Wish me luck. Scary. Ooh, that's tasty. If you're ordering a 16-ounce drink and not getting an extra double shot, or at least an extra single shot, what are you doing? Had to get the extra double shot, and it's tasty. Nice, like different sweet flavors with the cinnamon and the vanilla and caramel. But also, you got the bitterness of the coffee right there, backing it up, create some balance. I'm a fan. I think it's a good one. Definitely not upset with it. Definitely would get it again, but wouldn't be opposed to trying some other things on the menu possibly first. So we'll give it a 7.25. That's right, 0.25. First time ever. All right, now we got the food from Bangos. You gotta love a fun little logo, like the man pushing the world, but instead it's just a bagel. They look like some fire breakfast sandwiches. This one's called the West End. It's got egg, avocado, cheese, and then Bango's green onions, whatever that means. Got some sauce on it. Wow, that looks delicious. Wow, that's really good. Very like homemade vibes, like something I'd make at the house. That might be gassing myself up though, because this is pretty fire. If I made something this good at the house, I'd be pretty happy. 10 of 10 would recommend. But on a scale of 10, we're gonna give it a solid 8.2. Check that bugger out, yo. Hitting a little River's Edge action with the RPM's world leader. Smacked a car off the tee here. Zach Nash is not who you want hitting your car. You're welcome for being blessed by Zach Nash. Oh, look, the plastic comes right off. Look at that.
Is that from my
Best
disc?
case scenario. 100%.
Dude, this guy's never gonna know.
That's so. It's funny.
crazy.
It was so loud.
Rhode Island, that's got to be the one and only Harry Chase. All right, y'all, kind of popping in here, but we're back with the Bangos. And this time we're getting the Strange Matter coffee, pistachio breve. Extra shot. Ooh, I I like that. Definitely dominated by the coffee flavor. The subtle pistachio. That's gonna be a slow sipping coffee. Gonna have me caffeinated for today's hot round. I'm gonna give the pistachio like 7.5. Pretty happy with it. By the way, as always, pardon the bedhead. Didn't want to wear a hat right now, so you're welcome. I find this little artwork that they have on the Bangos thing hilarious. This one's pretty funny in itself, but the tiger chasing the drunken centaur. Hilarious. Centaur. Making words up. Switched it up today with the deering, which has, I think, pepper jelly, sausage, egg, pepper jack cheese, I think. So, should be fire. Let's see. You ain't getting no pull like that on no American cheese. Definitely a big pepper jack guy, and pepper jelly, and sausage, egg, cheese, bagel guy. So, I forget what I rated yesterday's. Yesterday's was good. They're both good in their own right. Just different vibes. I'm gonna give this one 7.25. That's right, we're busting out the 2 vibes this week. Heading over to start warming up for round 2. A little round 1 recap since I didn't do that yesterday. Oh, we got a tuba. Some tuba action happening. Interesting. Okay. You never know what to expect at some of these smaller tournaments. You got to expect the unexpected. Yesterday's round wasn't the best. Started off okay. Ended up taking 3 bogeys total on the round for a 5 down. On a course that feels pretty simple to go out there and get you like an 8 to 12. But the bright notes were I made every circle 1 putt that I looked at and 2 of 6 circle 2. So putting was solid. Just got to be a little more crisp off the tee to give myself more opportunities today. Today we go to the River's Edge course, which is more of a wooded track. So I'm hoping that my gap hitting will help me gain some advantage over there. Keep knocking down some putts, try to move up the leaderboard. Like I said, yesterday's round wasn't bad. It just wasn't quite fire. I think we all have kind of the struggle sometimes of like playing down to the level of competition or up to the level of competition, and obviously you try your best to just do your own thing. And then yesterday I kind of tried just to like focus on my own thing and just kind of keep to myself a little bit less talkative than maybe I normally am on the card, just because I was really trying to lock in and focus on myself and not think about what the card mates I was playing with could do to be better or anything like that, because you know the natural coach in me sometimes wants to help players out. But you know, I got to realize as a competitor, you know, I don't need that extra thought in my head. I just need to go out there and play my game, execute how I can. So I feel like I did a pretty good job of that yesterday. But like I said, just a couple hiccups holding me back from what could have been, you know, a 8 to 10 down range. If I end up taking those bogeys away, who knows? Maybe I score a birdie on one of those holes or something, and there's an easy little 9 down. But it was close. Got a little turkey finish. Birdied the last 3 holes to get to 5 down. So I feel good about my chances of continuing on that momentum today. Got a solid card playing with the homie Zach Nash. Look at the size of this cottonwood tree. The trees in Michigan are just massive, you guys. So I'm going to try to appreciate the nature around me today, throw some lines, and yeah, let's go have some fun out there. So thanks you guys for watching these vlogs and all that comes with them. I hope they entertain you guys on a number of facets and an array of stimuli. Such a bad miss.
Yeah, I hate that for you.
Kid's decent.
Get you $1 for some honey.
Well, as you can probably tell by my hair, it's the morning. That's right. Another morning, another bedhead video. But yeah, let's talk about round 2 a little bit. Played the River's Edge course. Rather short wooded course, very scoreable. And played an 8 down, which moved me down 2 spots, which, you know, there's not many places where you can play an 8 down and not move up the leaderboard. But when you're playing in the kiddie pool, you gotta make a big splash. So yeah, round wasn't too bad. Pretty close. Like a lot of my rounds recently, I feel like. Just like the floor is coming up, which is a good thing in disc golf and in golf. And in life, you know, you want the lows to be higher. And then obviously you want to reach for the highs as well. So I feel good that my floor is getting more consistent. I'm kind of on my bad rounds or like my not so great rounds. I feel like I'm averaging like right around or above 1,000. Which ideally, you know, you want to play all your rounds above 1,000 if possible, and even beyond. But started off really bad, shanked the gap on hole 1, just kind of overthinking it, all the stimuli around me and people walking in and out of the building to the left of the tee, the parking lot noise. I'm just throwing with my ears, like I say, and it doesn't work. Ended up I went off the cage from like probably 250 out after having to chip out a forehand roller for my second shot. So my third shot, I almost saved par with the cage hit. And then without some kind of misfortune, bad luck on hole 3, hitting the last little curvy tree to beat, the one that kind of, you know, if you play the course, you know what I'm talking about. Hit that with the forehand. Objectively, I felt like I threw about the best line of the group, but caught the one tree to beat. Left me a deep circle 2, didn't connect there. And then hole 8, the little one that I made the funny like step the foot off the tee box video the other day. That one I threw a really good shot. Hit off the top of the hill with the backhand. Luna skipped forward near ace run, probably within arm's length to the left of the basket, and then the guys who were standing down there said apparently it just shot right on through the bushes, and all I had was the upside down slide putt from like 40 feet to lay up for my 3. Otherwise, I would have had a good, solid bounce back and gotten the rest of the front 9 after kind of messing up hole 1. What on earth is going on? This guy has his ass cheeks out of his fucking... I don't know how... Bruh. The shit that you see in downtown Lansing, apparently. Well, where were we? Back 9 is a little bit too slow. Missed some of the easy holes. Got some of the harder ones. Parred the last 3 holes, so you really gotta get 2 out of those 3 at least. And yeah, 8 down, but lots to be desired today as we head into the final round. Trying to finish strong as we prepare for D-Glow, but let's not look ahead. Let's look in the moment and focus one shot at a time today. So that's the goal, one shot at a time. Get out there, go play. Haven't missed a circle 1 putt yet. Been putting well, committed on my putting. And circle 2, been capitalizing on a couple around, but I'd like to maybe make a few more. So let's see if we can... My goals for today are... I'm going to say... I'd like to be circle 1 in regulation on 66% of the holes, at least. So give me 2/3 circle 1 in regulation. And then maybe 3/4 circle 2 in regulation. If I can get that or better in my throwing stats, then I feel good about my ability to score out there. And yeah, let's go one shot at a time, have some fun, climb the board. So I bet you'd never think that the tread of this shoe could be dangerous to your own health, but I was just going to take it off last night before I hopped in the shower and totally split my big toenail back. So, you know, the little dangers of life they don't tell you about. Don't use your big toe to take off your Merrills, apparently. Lessons learned.